hello, hello. How's it going, everybody? We're gonna see. I've been talking a lot today. I had my second interview today, so we're gonna try and get that voice under control for today. Because I should have asked. I was actually talking about this shortly beforehand. On the phone after my interview, is it like every time, all of my interviews, I've been like offered like a bottle of water or something like that, but I'm always like, nah, I don't need it. It's only gonna be like an hour. What are they gonna? How much talking they gonna make me talk? And today was a lot. So we're recovering still, but we're here to hang out. We're here to chat. I might turn myself up ever so slightly because I don't really want to yell. And usually I am yelling. Maybe not that far. Maybe that's too far. But how's everybody going? How's everybody's Tuesday? I'm looking around my apartment because I feel like I forgot to do something. I know what I forgot to do. Lower my desk into the gamer position. Sitting up, that was going to be horrible. This is very interesting because I definitely have Phasmophobia on in the background, and so I can hear like the thunderstorm and stuff because I started a map already, and it conflicts with my my audio of the waves and the wind and the beach. I'm stalling a little bit. Give people time to get here because I was late posting about it. And you never know, you know. But yeah. Had my second interview today for a different company. I actually like this place a lot. And I'm hopeful that they offer me the position because that would be nice. I did actually find out after the fact too that the previous place, the place I interviewed last, was that Thursday? Friday. I think it was Friday. That they did offer me the position today. So we'll have to see what this place says. I think that they're hoping to have a decision by tomorrow. They knew that there was going to be a quick turnaround. So I'm hopeful that that is a positive thing. I could fall asleep to these waves, I'm not going to lie. Especially with the thunderstorm in the background. Okay, we've given it a couple of minutes. I think it's people are going to show up when they show up, if they're going to show up. Let me move my keyboard. And let's get on into the game. Welcome. Abrupt change. It's no longer the nice ocean. It's now spooky, thunderstormy. Good news is we're just hanging out today, so we're doing just professional. Bad news is I got the high school for the first building. First map. So prayers that we see like a ghost orb or something somewhere. And at the moment, those prayers are going unanswered. Well, let me move my chat up slightly so I can see it. There we go. I feel like especially at the beginning of streams, since chat fills in from the bottom of the page, I like tend to not see it if it's too low on my other monitor. It escapes my bad vision and my peripherals. What are we doing? Nothing. No ghost orb. There is no spooky god. What the? Hold on. What is that back there? Is that just like weird lighting? But this from this angle. All right, y'all. We're going back to the back of that place because I want to see what that is. All right. Pressing the wrong button. First day in the game. Let's grab a camera and a thermometer because we're going to want, you know, we're going to want what we want. Find the ghost room first. We're going to want to take some pictures. I should have looked to see where the power was, because this ain't that kind of map where I need to worry about it. It's the cards, so that's not going to be helpful. All right, we'll start checking under some staircases, but we're also just, I want to go out the back and I want to see what's out there. It could just be weird lighting with the storm and the camera and stuff like that, but I heard that. Oh. Well, we found the ghost. Ghost is in here. Love to see it. Let's see if the power, well, we'll just go back out really quick, get some stuff, get like the book and things like that, so we can have things that will passively, you know, maybe get done. And then we'll also look for where the power is on the map, which is a luxury we don't usually have with the harder maps, the harder difficulties. And we can go from there. So it's not on the first floor. It is on the second floor on the left side. Love to see it. All right. Let's get one of these. One of these. And that should do it for now. But yeah, I visited a new place today. I don't know how much like detail I should go into. I'm not going to say names or anything like that, obviously, because nobody knows where I live. But they do a lot. If you remember the conversation from a couple weeks ago about my layoff thing and like the car stuff that I did, the engineering stuff. So this is like that, but like, I don't know, a little bit of everything. Like, it's not just engineering for like weld lines or anything like that. It's a bunch of stuff. I don't know why I'm doing that before I've gone to turn the power on. So it sounds actually really cool. Like, they showed me around the facility and talked to me, and it looked really cool. It seemed like it would be very, I don't know if stimulating's the right word. That sounds wrong. There was a lot of different stuff. Like, the guy jokingly said, like, 1 week you could be packing or designing something to pack tissue paper. The next week you're working on hand grenades or something like that. And then, like, legitimately, like, out there they had, like, I don't know, munitions products and car things and other stuff. So it's pretty cool. You being spooky in here? You done being spooky in here? What's the temperature like in here? Are you not in there? Are you like next door? Oh, you're next door. Silly me. Getting bamboozled by the ghost. Where's the light switch? There's a light switch. What am I missing? Camera. You take a picture of the ghost? Son of a bitch. Well, sir, I'm gonna need you to show up. Can you do that for me? I do need a photo. All right. Really quick though. We're gonna move the camera there. I want to go see. You're talking to yourself. I was talking back to everybody. Oh, what you've missed. The only things that are of relevance that you've missed are I started yapping about my second interview that I had today. And that I got offered the job for the first interview that I had last week. And so we're just waiting to hear from the second company. And I wanted to see, because it looked like there was something out here on the camera, but it could have just been the light. You're fully caught up now. Is the first one tempting? It is tempting. It'll be, well, so It'll be a... There's a whole lot of nothing out here. I don't know what the lights were in the camera. Maybe just the shiny off of the moon. Oh, the moon is out. It's an industry I'm not very familiar with, so there would be some extra nonsense that I would have to learn for a base knowledge beforehand. It also sounded like a lot... Well, I don't know. So this is like something that was hard to tell, is they kept stressing travel being a part of it, but then they described like what travel would be involved, and it didn't sound like a lot of extra travel. Like it sounded like basically, you know, like the stuff you would normally expect, like the preliminary inspection before you're like to figure out like what the state of the area is, if it's a new building, if it's, you know, what it is, or old building, is there existing equipment, stuff like that, and then being there for install is what it sounded like. So like to me, that's normal travel. That's the travel that I had for my last job, which was, as you know from the number of streams I missed, almost never. And this one would not necessarily have travel today. Oh well, the offer is attractive though as well, because it would be a $10,000 raise from the job I got laid off from, as well as double the bonus, the annual bonus, it sounds like. So that'd be fun. I like money. Money always helps. I don't see no ghost orb. Okay. Making the beeps happen. Are we freezing yet? We did write in the book though, I see. Let's grab the remainder of our junk outside. I'm gonna throw that flashlight on the floor. Because I think everything else can be had in one go. Let's also look at what sanity we're at. See if we should start being alarmed anytime soon. But yeah, so it's an attractive offer. I'll take it. I liked the place that I visited today a little bit better, so I'm hopeful that they will extend an offer as well. But I also felt like the interview today did not go quite as well as the one last week. They had a lot of open, eyes on inspection, high school, prison, exactly, where the banking equipment's going to be installed. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. This place, plenty of room for banking equipment. But the spooky. We got dots. At this door, I don't know for sure, so I shouldn't touch it. I don't know. Can you walk through the dots again? Well, first off, hold on. Where are you? You want to talk to me? I don't even know if Spirit Box is a possibility here. Because we got Ghost Rating, we got dots. So, okay, so it would be a Diogen. Diogen or Gorb. So it's going to be a Diogen. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I actually haven't tested if this mic works in this game. Where are you? Are you here? Can you talk to me? You want to be my friend? How old are you? Are you in the next room over now? Can't tell. Oh, it turned the power off. Good thing I got my flashlight. Let's check next door. Power's still on, or the light, or my breath could still be seen in there, but you know. How old are you? Speak to me, damn it. Is there a Gorb and I just missed the Gorb? Can you give me a sign? Okay, we definitely got that. So, so it can't be that. Let's get this. I saw that. I need you to do that when I'm looking at you so I can get a picture of you. You don't understand. I threw a crucifix down, right? Really quick, though. Did I miss a Gorb? I did miss a Gorb. All right. It's a Fae. You'll love to see it. It was hidden behind the tree. I can't get through. I hate this game. All right, now we are going to go get a smudge stick because the Thay is danger hours here. Sounds like unless today's offered even more money bonus my turn. If today is, so the place from last week offered 3,000 more than I had told, because I'm working through like a recruiting agency for this that does like engineering stuff. And so the place I off from last week, they offered 3 more than I had asked for. So if the place today is offering, you know, roughly the same as what I asked, even, I'd be okay with it probably. Because I don't know, like, more sounds good, but as it is right now, like where I'm at in my life, living by myself without a full family to support, I'm not quite as bothered about that extra bit of money if I like what I'm doing more. And I don't have any problem doing like project management and stuff like that, but it sounds like that's at least half of the other job. And so, you know, yeah, today's location, location wise, was a lot nicer, newer building, and an easier drive for me. The one from last week would involve basically driving every single day into the teeth of the university that I live next to, right into the middle of all of it. So, yeah. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but, you know. But yeah, so, I don't know. I mean, either is fine, honestly. I'm just grateful because the last time that I was unemployed for any amount of time, it was for like 6 months, and things got really tight, and it put me in debt, and I hold some certain feelings about the company that put me in that situation. So, you know, those of you who know me know this. But yeah, anyways. And you like the work at today's? Yes, today's work was more interesting to me than the previous place. It was a lot more diverse, for starters, but also it was very, how do I say this? It was like more modular. It was more modern. Is modern the word I'm looking for? So like a big part of what I used to do also included like picking things like sensors and different, you know, limit switches, stuff like that, and working with vision systems to help pick stuff. And I always found that to be really cool, working with robots, things like that. The place from last week doesn't have as much of that. It's more just, well, baking stuff. So I hate the location of this light switch. All right. Now, I'm afraid we're gonna have a little standing around to do. I do need, you know what? Last trip outside. Last trip outside, we will grab, what's it called? The other dots projector. Did I bring 2? I hope I brought 2. Do you think you'll hear back from today's company soon enough to not risk the existing offer? Yeah, so since it's all through the same place, the same recruiting agency, from my conversation I had today, with the recruiter after my interview. She, as soon as she got the interview from, or the offer from the first place, she let the second place know that I got an offer. So the people I spoke with today might not have seen that yet, but they definitely saw it afterwards, and she has a follow-up with them tomorrow to talk with them. Okay. 3 stars? 3 stars. All right. Actually, let's just do this. Oh, come on. It's so stupid that I can't get between this desk and the thing. I hope that counted. Because we can just take these pictures. And we're gonna go grab another incense because we do have to find the bone for the perfect investigation. But yeah, so it's like one of those things where, like, if I will take the first offer, even without hearing a second offer, if, you know, they can't extend an offer fast enough. But I'm hoping to not have to do that, if that makes sense. Okay, so we got everything. We got our safety. Let's find this bone, and then we'll be on our way. I'm actually going to also, just to be safe, because we'll be walking around in the dark a lot. I think that should get me back up to 100%. But the real nice thing about all of this is barring anything happening that, you know, jeopardizes the jobs and stuff like that for me, the offers, I will have found a job quick enough that I can bank like 85% of the what's it called, the severance money that I got from my last place. And that sounds like a new computer to me. Hopefully. I have seen, I think we might have gotten past enough time where I might be able to get a graphics card, a good GPU, and it not be sold out everywhere. Maybe not a 5090, but I mean, you know, maybe a 5090. We'll find out. Look at that. I love when the bone's in the first room I look. Let's get the hell out of here. But yeah, I'm hoping to hear back tomorrow. Hopefully they extend an offer tomorrow. And then I'll probably ask what starting date they need me, but I think I'm going to try and swing next week off, at least. I was hoping to make it up for a baseball game before I had to start working again with my parents. But the season's probably not gonna, like, my favorite team's gonna be away for like another week and a half. So
welcome back. I've got some
money.
For you.
Give me that money. Love to see it. The fancy dots projector. All right, now I know that I love to hit random, but game, I really don't want to wander around the high school again. So if you could, like, you know, make this a thing, that'd be pretty cool. I just got spat in my face. That's what the game just did. Spat in my face. Said you'll take the giant map and you will like it.
There have been new reports of a cursed object nearby. This must be.
I am not gonna lie, y'all. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna go in. We're gonna find out what cursed object it is. We're gonna use the cursed object. And depending on if I can hear the ghost or not, we're going to decide if we're hunting here or if I'm just leaving and getting a smaller map. I would love like a way to sort the maps so I could still do random, but it could be, you know, like I could exclude the large maps when I'm playing by myself. That'd be nice. This is like possibly the worst cursed object. Interesting. Well, y'all, this sounds an awful lot like we're leaving. Because I sure don't hear a ghost. I will say, depending on what our sanity is, it's probably something that hunts pretty early. Which is only a couple of ghosts. Checking out. All right, let's see what we got, because I think the pins are like, oh, definitely. Okay, so let's see. If it hunts early, what do we think? Thay? Probably not a Thay. I don't know. Usually I'd get more pins in before anything. I mean, nothing hunts like that early. We're going to call it a demon. We're going to call it a demon, even though a demon, you know, shrug emoji. And we're going to go get a better map. Whew. It was a Hantu. Oh, that's interesting for it to, you know, to hunt like that after one pin. There we go. Campsite. Love the campsite.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before
Oh. I don't know if you guys got a chance to take a look at the schedule for this week, but I sure hope you like hunting monsters and Pokemon. No way is that a ghost orb right there. You'll love to see it. Where's the power? Is the power near the front, hopefully? That's not bad. We got the Gorb. Get our power going, get our setup. I'm gonna sneeze. That mixer's a lifesaver for that. Because now you don't have to watch my like stupid character or my mouth open. Because it just cuts all sound off. All righty. Let's see what we got. Time to rock and roll. We're going to put one of these up. We're going to put one of these up. We already know it's a gourd, but I want to put the camera up anyways. The camera will just kind of sit here and watch the area behind. The in-map camera. Cover all angles, you know. Like the master hunter we are. Get a book, get a thing. I'm gonna put the gourd down. We can set up some other things too, like this. What do we have to do, I wonder? Witness ghost event. Blow out a firelight. Burn using incense. Okay. Easy enough. I guess we won't be able to get... Oh. Or maybe we will. I was going to say it's raining, so I didn't think I'd be able to light these candles. Well, hey there, Mr. Ghost. How you doing? I know you're in here. Let me grab that camera, because, you know, we want to make sure that I can take a picture of you needed. Where are you? You like, I saw the ghost orb over here. The gorb's over here. Maybe you're standing next to your gorb. Oh, you blew out the candles. That was the wrong button. Oh, well, I got a single star interaction. You made me take a photo, Ghost. I don't appreciate that. Where are you?
I'm behind.
Behind? Over here? You want to do a Deogen test with me? Let's see if you're a Dio. Where are you? Where are you?
It's far and wide.
Far and wide. Where are you? Where are you? I apologize, everybody. You're going to hear me ask, where are you, a million times. Where are you?
Away.
Where are you? Where are you? Where? Taken away. Where are you? Oh, you blew it out. Where are you?
Taken away.
Where are you?
Sorry.
Where are you? Where are you?
Sorry.
Where are you?
It's far and wide.
Where are you? Okay. I was gonna try and get the Dio breathing. So what? We're waiting for dots then if it's a Dio. Step outside for a minute. Still could be a mimic. We would need... Do we need a picture of the ghost, or can I not worry about that this time? Good. Need to put some sand down. Sand. Salt. And then... we'll just be waiting a little bit. I'm gonna actually, before I put the salt down, I want to get set up for a potential hunt, because if it's an Onryo, which can still be, it might hunt after blowing out that next candle. Perfect. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna put this in here. We're gonna hide in here, kind of. Oh, hey, look, it's the mirror. Well. Guess we'll put some salt down. Actually, let's do this because I feel like he's been back here more so. More so than anywhere else. He's been back by the front of the cabin. Don't want to step in any salt. Is this going to be one of those ghosts? Freezing temperatures, which makes it either an Onryo or the Mimic. Which means I can turn the light on for now. Because hopefully it will step in the salt soon. Or do Onryo things and like try and kill me after blowing out this candle again. Okay. This is looking a lot like an Onryo. Which surprises me why he has blown the candle out as many times as he has and not put hands on me. You know? There's that. Come on. Ghost. Do something. Touch something. Be spooky. You know what I'm looking for. Specifically you to step in this salt. Well, that almost, to me, confirms that it's an Onryo, because the Mimic would have left fingerprints. It had ultraviolet, left the feet. And now if he just steps in the last bit of salt... Spooky. I'm surprised you haven't tried to put hands on me. He tried to put hands on me, chat. Boy, did he. What else did we have to do? Oh, we did everything. So we'll just have to get the pictures of the salt that he hopefully walks through during this. And then we will go find the bone and we'll be done again. Sounds like he walked through the door, though, that I believe we needed the salt from. Let's do this. Let's put that there. That over here. Is this the salt that I hadn't taken a photo of? Good. Perfect. All right. Excuse me, pardon me. Let's see. Sorry, got a text. And now that we're in the situation we're in job wise, I was like, hey, we check those now. Okay. All right. 70 must have been the candle blowing out, I guess. Well, cool. I suppose if we're gonna just be getting the bone. And let's see what we can see. It's time to bone. Why are you looking at me like that, chat? I just meant go find the bone. The hiding place I always die in. Nothing. Nothing. Don't see anything. Any bones in here? Nope. None. Click. Gross. I don't know if anyone else experienced this. I kind of didn't experience it back in Boy Scouts, but like the mud outside of the toilet was always the most like concerning mud to me. Cause I was always like, where'd all this water come from? I know it was just like traffic and regular, like it's raining right now kind of thing. Always, but you know, I never trusted it. I never trusted it ever. That, and I never got through a camp without coming out filthy and like covered in poison ivy and stuff like that. So, you know, me and camping was dicey already. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nothing. Nothing. I don't see nothing. That's somebody's hand. It was somebody's foot. The next best thing. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's pull. Be cool, Ghost. I'm leaving. You can have this place to yourself. I definitely won't alert the guards so that you threw this all the way out here in your tantrum. Pretty messed up. Slender Man out here today? Nah, don't see him. Cool, cool, cool. 2 up, 2 down, and we don't talk about the third.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Do a couple more. I probably won't go super long today because I started to say it earlier and I don't remember what happened that drove it out of my head. I don't know if you guys saw the schedule this week. It's going to be a busy week though. And I imagine my voice will be shot by the end of it. So that's fun. But we're going to be playing a lot of games with a lot of people this week. I think I remember it because I said, I hope you like monsters and I hope you like Pokemon. And then I was questioning something else. I don't remember what it was. Maybe that was when I saw the lights behind the high school. But yeah, but we have the new update to Monster Hunter comes out Friday. So we are going to have a group going Friday night to hunt and a group Sunday with friends to hunt. I think everybody will have been on the channel already. Is there anybody new? I think everybody's already been on the channel. I think you've met everybody. Maybe not. We'll find out. We'll come to that when we get there. It's so many people that I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember everything. Especially because we are doing repo on Saturday night again. But we're apparently going to do it with a mod that makes it so you can have more than 6 people in the lobby. So first off, expect chaos. Hope you're good at knowing everybody's voice. But second off, that's gonna be a lot of people. So look at this. We're finding the bone early. But yeah, what are we doing? So tomorrow we'll have an early stream like we've had the last couple of weeks. We're gonna do Monster Hunter in the morning with Red Velvet Knight in his usual early 11 a.m. slot, 11 a.m. Eastern, like we did last week. And then Bloodlock tomorrow night with Izzy. And what's the day? Tuesday. So yeah, so then Thursday I have off. That's my one break. And then Friday will be one stream Friday. Friday is just the Monster Hunter collab. That will be with Izzy, Callistra, the rat from Repo the other day, and then and her friend who I've actually met but not on stream, Rock the Bear, who I think that was who we added, right? Hold on, I'm checking myself before I spread false information like I do. Scrolling. Yep. So I played with him when anybody who followed me on Blue Sky, I joined Splin, who we've played with a couple times. The Fallen Angel / Chicken. I joined his repo lobby one day. I think I didn't stream it myself, but I think I just reposted on Blue Sky that I was going to be there. He was in that. So if you didn't go to Splin's channel, which I know some of you wouldn't have, that's where you would have seen him. But he'll be new to the channel then on Friday. And then on Saturday, Calmlock with Midas in the morning or early afternoon. And then Repo with, I don't know the full squad yet. I know people are still signing up. But a lot of people, almost all of them, I think, will have been from the last couple of Saturdays, though. Izzy will be there if you're looking for a familiar face. I was about to say, I haven't heard anything. Do I get that as a photo for interaction? I sure do. And then, who else? So that's Saturday night. Sunday, then, at 3 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have more Monster Hunter. This will be with Hina, who I've streamed with twice now. And who else? I think Ruka was going to be there. There's been like a little bit of like juggling collab times. Because there's a couple of, I mean, most of these people I met in a Discord for Monster Hunter. I knew Hina beforehand, but a lot of the other people. So we had some swapping around. Professor Skiv from Repo will be there. Who we hope will be there. He's got the Rona right now, so you never know. And then somebody whose name is not fully shown on my Discord because I'm streaming and it truncates everything, but will be a new person too. So new people. There are new people, more than I thought. A lot of old faces though. And you know, this is my social arc. And then after my social arc, I'll never speak to another new person again. I've already, as you have heard me say, have filled my quota for new people for like, we're well into the 2030s now. I give myself a 1 new person a year quota. And we'll see. Aside from that, I don't remember what time. Or what date, rather. There are a couple new games coming out that I was looking forward to. So we'll have to check those out if we can. When we can. Be tired by the start of work on Monday. Well, I won't be starting on Monday, probably. Hopefully not. We'll find out. I don't know yet. Obviously, that stay tuned for information on that. I will say though, the good news about either of these workplaces is I don't think my stream schedule will change. Where are you? You were right here. Don't you lie to me. Where are you? How old are you? What do you want? Show your face. Give me a sign. Hello? How old are you? Oh, I got my radio wet. Where are you? Why are you here? What do you want? Give me a sign. Okay. You think you're slick, do you? What if I shut these doors? Not so slick then, huh? Okay. I guess we have no evidence, do we? Not ideal. One place. Oh, well, I think I was interrupted by this. The one place that has given me the offer, that sure looks like EMF 5. Oh, there's a Gorb. Will not be a change in my schedule. Or no, will slightly, possibly. I'll be working later than I was previously. So stream may move back like half an hour, depending on how long, like once I get in the routine. Because I gave myself a 2-hour buffer from my previous end time at work. And I probably, honestly, well, we'll see. So that starts an hour later. They run 8 to 5 instead of 7 to 4, like my last place did. The place I interviewed today had flex hours, and I probably would try and do like a 7 to 4 there, kind of like I did at my last place. So I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted on stream schedule. I'm gonna miss being able to play in the Wednesday mornings though with Red, because that's fun. I enjoyed that. We're just stocking up here. Hold on. Where are you? Last time we're trying this? Can you give me a sign? Did you move? No, it's freezing in here. Well, how about that? But yeah, so there's gonna be a resurgence of Monster Hunter though. We'll get the schedule nailed down once I got the new job. Hopefully I'll be able to get the new PC pretty up and running soon. And I mean, the other good thing is, I think I'll have gotten the job quick enough that I'll be able to move like I had planned to a new apartment. And we can set up the full stream room, get the whole setup going. So, good news. All good news right now. Nothing's, I mean, I don't like to say all good news because, you know, we haven't actually finished the good news yet. It's not guaranteed. I could still fumble this. But that's just, you know, my fun way of keeping positive. Okay. We did not need a photo of the ghost, right? Incense. Escape during a hunt. Okay, cool. All right. Cut that out. I keep thinking I'm hearing something. Cut that out. All right. Let's go get our smudge. And we found the bone already, so we just need to worry about getting the last piece of evidence. So we got what? Ghost orb, freezing temperatures. So we're still in, or no, ghost. Yeah, we're still in mimic territory, but it's unlikely, I think. Let's start doing an Onryo test, I think. And where are we at? 40%? Okay, so we're at the ghost could start hunting. Hanto, Yurei, Revenant, Onryo. Okay. Well, let's do what we got to do. Where did I put the crucifix? I brought a crucifix in here, right? Well, I don't know where it is, so we're gonna go get another one. Gotta properly do the Onryo test. I know I brought one in, I'm pretty sure. I wonder where I put it. Oh, is this it out here? Yep, that's it out there. Okay, but we're gonna put this one then, like, over here. Is it dots? Is it dots somehow? And I just haven't seen the ghost because he's... Oh, it's not an Onryo. Yurei or Revenant. Okay. What would those be? Dots there. Ghost writing. I kind of feel like it would be ghost writing already if it was gonna be, which makes me think it's dots and I'm just not seeing the dots. But I mean, we'll definitely, what we can do is this. Since we have to escape from the ghost anyway. That nonsense out of here, ghost. Since we have to escape from the ghost anyway, where are all the damn hiding places? Okay, there's one. I can set the crucifix down there. Go grab a second smudge here, and if the ghost is super fast, it's Revenant. If it's not, it's Yurei. Don't you love science? We're gonna hide in that tent. Are you a Yurei? Yes? Okay. Excuse you. Occupado. I didn't like that. That's why we always bring two. That was some nonsense. So wait, that would have been what? Dots? Yeah, so that meant it was going to be dots and we just, I don't know. Don't have dots for some reason. I mean, I suppose with it being kind of like awkward in here, you know. Where's the ghost gonna walk through the dots? Or I don't know. Maybe it's in like one of the stalls or something like that. I'd love to confirm it, but I also don't think I care enough to. All right. Cool. I didn't check my pictures. Love to see it. Love to get money. Love to get the perfect investigation. 10 out of 10. We're doing great. Ooh, I got a thing. Ranger. Why did I get Ranger? Ranger. I don't know what that reward unlocked, but Ranger. I bet you that was my whatever 100th hunt or whatever here. Sure was 50th hunt. We gotta get to getting on these ones. Maybe we'll do that in a stream. I'm already gonna lap Midas again. It is very likely, yes, that I will. He only plays on Sundays. I have the problem, not anybody else. All right, actually, so let's do this then. Let's focus in. We're gonna lock in, and we're gonna let me see. Let me make sure Sunny Meadows restricted is doable for this. We support your addiction. I appreciate it. So it just says Sunny Meadows Mental Institution. So I assume restricted works then, because that's still the same place. Asylum ID card and badge. Okay. Oh, we didn't see what the ID card looks like. We're still using the what's it called? Ooh, I like that one. Oh, I really like the technician one though. We'll show it off because it's the new hotness. Thinking of trying a new diet this spring/summer. Only eat on days when iTown streams. You wouldn't. No, you would not starve.
We're here.
Unless I got super busy with the new job.
We're starting the investigation.
We're staying dedicated.
Report, unfortunately.
You've got nothing else to report, unfortunately. Sir, aren't I like the intern? Isn't that like lore-wise, like canonically, like my deal is I'm supposed to be like the intern that like is going in to figure out what the ghost is so that the people who actually do stuff are able to do their stuff? Got no information for the intern. SMH. Where's the power? Let's look at the power. I assume based on the fact the courtyard's open that it's in the courtyard. I really hope the ghost isn't in the courtyard. Oh, it's right at the front. Cool. Love to see it. You're the disposable employee. Exactly, I guess. That's the other term that we use for intern. Checking in. Also, how's it going, Zero? Welcome to the stream. Not in here. Red shirt. Exactly. Oh, there we go. We're the red shirts here. I refuse to be the one to go check the ghost room. Oh, interesting. It's in here. I don't know why I didn't take a picture of that thing. I wonder if it's like a requirement that I have to get those badges. I wonder if I have to do them on like professional or anything. Because like my kind of like deal with that kind of stuff is like whenever there's like do a map a bunch of times kind of challenge or something like that, I'm always like, oh well, you know, I'll get it naturally as playing. But I mean, I do, you know, see people. What am I? You haven't put the camera in there yet, iTown. You know, seeing that some people have them already, and you know, that was pretty quick. I got a cool, fun little badge. I should probably speed run them, like put it on amateur. I bet I could knock that out in like an hour. You know, a couple hours. Look at that. We got our Gorb. In the words of our favorite kaiju, Praise the Gorb. It might alarm me that she does that, but you know, hey. She can do her. That's how the gut was formed. Praising the Gorb. You know, that's something I haven't done in a long time. I haven't done just some casual Phasmo with Izzy in a while. I want to eat the orb. Uh-oh. Careful with that. I hear it's tough going down. And, you know, I suppose it's better for you than eating the bone like Nat threatens to do every time. Well, hey there, Mr. Ghost. How you doing? iTown here. I'm your friend, your pal. This light work? That light works. Oh, cool. Where are you? You in here? Do you spirit box? I would appreciate a spirit box. Can you give me a sign? I do come here often. How old are you? Where are you? Why are you here? I heard that. Where are you? You can't fool me. You're over here. Miss you streaming with Nat. Yeah, it's been a while. Well, because she stepped away from streaming. And she's been doing like, I don't know if you're subscribed to her channel, but she does like videos now. Mostly. More so than she used to. Like it if you played offline with her and recorded it. I could do that. I need to see what she thinks. The problem is I would need to edit the VOD then, because she and I, like, if we sit down to play a game, we're gonna play for 8 hours. That's a long VOD, and we're gonna talk about a lot of useless stuff in the middle of it. But yeah, maybe she'd be interested in that. I think hear rumors that she may be having a schedule change, so maybe she'll be more available then. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'd like to play with her. I will say, like, it has been very much one of those things where I just have not had time. I was actually thinking about this yesterday when talking with Izzy about the Bloodlock, because we've missed a couple weeks on the Bloodlock. Is, like, especially since Monster Hunter came out, and I've been in my social arc of talking to all these other people, it has, like, I have very much had trouble managing the relationships that I already had. Like, I still talk to Izzy every day, but like Nat and I don't talk as much as we used to. Midas and I sometimes don't. So I can only handle so many people at once, is what I'm finding out. It's up to the viewers to manage their watch hours. Yeah. Well, and it'll depend. I'll talk to her about it, because it will also depend on like her comfort level. If she just wants to hang out and play games, I'm not going to have her let me record it, and you know, because she is limited, you know, to her, you know, what's it called? To whenever she is available to play. It's a limited amount of time, so I don't want to twist her arm and her relaxation time off of work into streaming with iTown or playing with iTown until he records stuff. But I'll talk to her. I'll see what she says. Gotta find a good game. There's a couple of we had talked about, I mean, oh, that sounded like EMF 5. Cause it was. So we got Oomph and the Gorb. Raiju or Bake, which is what? UV or dots. Cool. So let's do what we can UV wise. Gotta lock in for a moment. All right, Mr. Ghost. Step in the salt. She stepped away from doing her own live streams as a matter of her comfort as well as schedule. Yep, she did. Yeah. So. And that's part of why I haven't been bugging her to play a bunch with me on stream is because, you know, if she's more comfy not being live, then, you know, I want to make sure that she's comfy. Town stretched too thin indeed. It's gonna be time to start cutting people loose. I'm joking. Anybody who's watching this VOD later and wondering why iTown cut you loose, it wasn't because of that. It was because of the other thing. You know, I'm gonna feel a certain sort of way if the Gorb is still back in that corner and the ghost isn't walking on my salt. Please don't make me have to lead you through all the salt. I have to sneeze. Again. The ghost is killing me. Is this going to be the moment that it left the room? I hate everything. Or no, that's 5 degrees is still. I saw my breath. Okay, it's 22 out here. 4 in here. All right, where's your stupid Gorb? Where's the Gorb? No. Gorb? Did it leave the room? I hate everything if it did. Son of a... I hate you. Alright. So here's the deal. We're gonna have to do it this way. I'm gonna have to... set this up like this. How many pictures do we need left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9. Okay, so that'll be all of those. And I want to double check really quick. Okay. Ooh, we're gonna have to go a long way. All right. I'm about to do something crazy. Keep an eye on the floor, because we're gonna cursed object this. I want to make sure that we keep an eye on the floor where the ghost steps, okay? We want to see if it's UV or not. Yeah, it's going to walk through the salt as it comes to kill me. And it should leave footprints if it's going to leave UV. Come on, Chief. I'm in here, pal. Cool. Now, please don't kill me. Oh. I suppose we didn't need to force those salt lines. Had I just, I mean, because... Sorry, I'm trying to listen. Okay. Because the Raiju would have been fast, and she wasn't fast. So I didn't need that. I mean, I do actually, never mind. Itown's lying, because I need the pictures, so... We had to get her to walk through the salt for the pictures, but we saw glowy footprints too, so... Cool. Son of a, I need a photo of the ghost. All right. Okay, well, we're gonna stand in there and wait for a ghost event, I guess, after I get my pictures. I mean, I gotta get the bone too. This is I didn't sign up for this. Put that right there. Ugh. I thought I was smooth sailing. Life was good. But now I gotta move my life over to here. Stupid ghost in the stupid other room and the stupid everything. I suppose I can just, you know, stand in there. Put that down. I'm gonna get the other crucifix. We're gonna head outside. We're gonna get the other crucifix, and we're gonna go back in there, and then we're gonna wait around for the stupid ghost to hopefully do spooky things in front of us, and then we gotta find the bone. Have I fallen for any April Fool's jokes today? I have not yet. I also, though, am very sus of people on this day. I actually complained about it. I mean, I've been gotten enough times by, like, I don't know. I was telling my roommate yesterday I hate April, or my old roommate, my friend, that I hate April Fool's Day because I remember it always as, like, I used to read a lot of manga online, and, like, all the places that would be scanning it in for me to read it illegally put, like, porn in between on April Fool's Day. So you're just trying to, you think you get an update to the chapter, you're waiting for this thing to update. It was on a cliffhanger and boom. That's not what you thought you were going to see. And so it always irritated me because it was like literally every single one of them. Like it was past the point of like when it was funny. But I did see some people being funny online. I saw Hina earlier saying she was going to do ASMR of a certain kind and everybody should be excited for her ASMR stream, and I was like, I don't know, I think you're playing with people's hearts over here. Gonna have to check back for tomorrow to find out that job offer was real or sick joke. That would be rude. Oh my god, that would be messed up. I hope not. What are you? You're an Obake? Will you show yourself? I don't have all day. The joke is I do have all day, but don't let the ghost know that. You thought you were getting a new chapter for Naruto. Exactly. Exactly. You thought you were getting a new chapter for Naruto, but nope, you got dong. Exactly. And so it's like one of those things where it's just like, at first, the first time I was like, April Fools. But then, you know, it has happened. It happened like every year. And it's like all of the chapters for everything. So, you know. Sigh. Heavy sigh. I'm gonna find this bone. Will we have sanity? But yeah, I saw that, mostly that. I saw people messaging about like Hololive stuff and them having April Fool's things. Although I saw that I think it was Izzy that said it, that Hololive Indonesia like teased another generation or something like that, and people got excited only to realize what day of the year it was already in Indonesia. So, you know, I appreciate those. I've appreciated some good April Fool's streams in the past from streamers, things like that. But I don't know. I stay off of social media. Because you can't trust these people out here in the streets. They don't know what's going on. I remember, like, when I was a little kid, like, my dad trying to teach me the difference of, which is, I feel like, in looking back, like, not something you can do. Like, you know how, like, there are some people who get, like, what's an appropriate prank or appropriate response to a prank, and then there are people who take it too far, and, like, you know, they're, like, a big part of the, like, the it's a prank bro crowd. And so, like, they, you know, they do something insane that actually does damage, and they're just like, I was just pranking you. I didn't mean to shatter your windshield. I remember, like, when I was a little kid, one of my friends, I don't remember, what did he do? He, like, emptied his parents', like, oh, God, what was it? It was like an alcohol cabinet, and he like emptied all of the alcohol out, and it was apparently expensive stuff. Or I gather in my, you know, hearing how they reacted, and filled it back up with like colored water or something like that. And I just remember them, you know, telling me how they got in like a ton of trouble, and like they were really upset, but it was just a prank, so they didn't understand why. It was just April Fool's. And talking to my dad about that afterwards, trying to figure out myself why they were so upset, and my dad just being like, you know, some people don't understand a line is there, and you know, you don't want to cause a lot of damages. So that escalated quickly. Emptying the booze, that escalated quickly, or the dong. Exactly. It would have been fine, I think, if they hadn't tossed out the liquor, but since they clearly emptied it all, it was, yeah. All right, Ghost, I'm here. Show yourself. I don't want to have to take a picture of you while you're walking at me. That's not safe for me. Please. Por favor. I'll sit behind the desk like I'm the person in charge. We're working on my stuff. I don't know. I guess I'll open. Oh, the light is on out here. I was going to say the light's off out here because it looks so dark out there from a distance. Is it not in here anymore? No, I was waiting for my breath. Maybe if I unmute so the ghost can hear me talking. All that booze is still sitting in mason jars under the basement stairs. The prank is not over. Playing the long game. Exactly. Their child is forgotten. They're old like me now. Yeah. I've steered clear. And I'm never clever enough, or like I put enough thinking time into it to make my own April Fool's joke. And I don't know. I get more annoyed at pranks than anything. So people know not to fuck with me. I say. I don't know for sure. They may just not. I may just know people who don't do that. How much do we want this perfect investigation? You know what? Why is he not upset at me? Everybody should be upset with me clicking my light. Who knows? Ugh. But yeah, what else did I see today? What else April Fools did I see today? Well, swipe down my notifications on my phone. I'm sure there's a sports one that I missed. Well, okay, so today was like a bad day in my opinion the NFL to be announcing, like, to deciding all their rule changes, because I don't trust anything that I saw today, like changing the rules. Okay, you made it shiny and light in here, but you didn't show yourself, and that's what I need. I need your picture. I need you to say cheese. Ghost. But like, I was seeing yeah, all that's left is the ghost photo. I was seeing the like, because what they tabled the tush push rule. They changed how they're measuring first downs. Touchbacks are now out to the 35-yard line. I didn't read that one entirely, but I think the rule proposal change was it's no longer a turnover, if I remember. But this may be entirely unrelated to the turnover. Like, if like you're the offense, if you fumble into the end zone, it's counted as a turnover right now, a touchback, and is set put out. But I think, no, this might be different. This might just be on kickoffs. Like, if you do a touchback, it comes out to the 35 now instead of the 25. What else did I see? Well, we got time. I could click into it, see what we got. What do we got? NFL rule changes. I hope this is the content you guys came for, and me losing my mind here. They changed the overtime format. If you don't quit touching my light, I suppose. The tush push rule. So I don't know how much NFL you watch. I'm going to over explain this. So anybody who knows, I'm sorry in advance. The Philadelphia Eagles have a play that they've been running for a couple of years now that they call, well, it's called a bunch of things. Like, overall it's called the tush push. But like, they call it jokingly like the brotherly shove. And basically what it is their quarterback, Jalen Hurts, is like a pretty strong dude. He's not like tall and lanky. He's, I don't know how tall, 6'2", 6'3", maybe. I could be wrong about that, but not as tall as super tall quarterbacks, and really strong. And so basically what they do is they line up it's like a goal line stand for like when they only need like 1 yard or something like that to score a touchdown or get a first down. And they'll put all the linemen at the front. And then he lines up in, what's it called? Not under center, like right behind the center. And they have two guys who are probably fullbacks. I don't know, big, strong dudes who stand on either end of him. So it's almost like a take, like when teams take a knee, how they line up. And they snap the ball to him, and the line basically dives forward low to take out the legs of the other team. I just did it real life. I'm just a PNG on a screen. Don't know why I moved my head forward real life. And they push him from behind on his butt. They push him, and it's like it's kind of like one of those things where like it's being requested to be changed because it is impossible to stop, because there are like opposing rules for the defense that make it so that they can't like they can't put extra guys. They can't do it on the other side. They can't line up like another lineman behind their defensive lineman and shove him to like get just a big shove. They're not allowed to do that. That's against the rules for safety. So that was why it was. I think it was the Green Bay Packers who I heard proposed the rule change. Click. And I'm actually we're gonna wrap up, but I'm gonna go to the chatting stream because I'm not done talking. So. But yeah, that got changed. I saw that they tabled that. They tabled that one. But what else? But they made it like they made it kind of like, I mean, they made an overall rule, because like I guess the way this goes is when you have a new rule, you have to like explain not just what you're changing, but how you're changing it, why you're changing it, and then like the greater impacts of it. And so Philadelphia, Green Bay, like got their lawyers to do a whole big thing about, it's like a bunch of formation stuff. So it's not just the tush push rule, but it's like a bunch of other things, like lining up tight ends behind certain things and using your running back to push things or block. So, you know, perfect play for gaining inches. Exactly. What else? Let's see. What did change? Overtime changes coming for regular season. Okay, so they're making the postseason overtime rule the same during the regular season. Which, to be honest, like, why was it not? I mean, like, I know that there are some people who I don't know. I've never been one of those guys. Like, exactly defining what would be illegal formations. Yes, exactly. But I've always sort of, so I've seen like argument for this, like when they first changed the what's it called, the overtime rules a couple years ago for the postseason, because the way it used to be is whoever scores first, no matter how they scored, they win if it goes to overtime. So like it put everything on the coin toss, and then, you know, from there, and the other team, so like you could drive the field and kick a field goal and that would do it. They changed it a couple years ago so that the field goal would not end it. You had to score a touchdown. And then I believed in the postseason now, it's just each team gets a chance to possess the ball. And I don't really hear, because like I remember, I think it was Ryan Clark on ESPN, like back when they were trying to change the rule. It was for that, and they were also talking about changing the touchback rule. Kind of the same thing with the football, fumbling the football into the end zone being a touchback if it goes out of bounds. And he just like had this whole thing about how like the defense, you know, if you're on defense, the end zone is sacred and sacred place, so rules should be different in the end zone. You got to play defense. And I was like, okay. We're not here to talk about what is sacred and what is not. We're here to decide if it's really fair, especially in this day and age when like a kicker can kick 50 yards, that kicker could kick a 50-yard field goal. You didn't have to go anywhere on offense and you still win the game. And so I didn't get that. I'm hoping we will one day have a rule change as impactful as the forward pass. Hey, you never know. I mean, we got crazy bats in Major League Baseball now, apparently, that I don't know how I feel about yet. I don't know if anybody's seen those yet. Have you seen those bats? The torpedo bats or whatever? Hold on, let me see if I can get a picture. Nope. Let's see if I can image. We get an image that I can. Is this it? Is this good? Ah, here we go. Me save image as. Ugh. Oh, it's gonna make me. Hold on. Hold on. Open a new tab. Hi, Windows. I want to save the image. I don't want to make it. I want to make it something I can. Corked bats? Apparently not. I know that people are calling them that, but I think that that's just people being sassy. I don't know for sure if that's what that is or not. I was taking a screenshot. I don't know if that showed up on the thing. Can I add a screenshot easily here? Hold on. Image. Sorry, this is much more complicated than it needs to be because everywhere needs to, I guess, protect their images from possibly being copied or something. Rolls my eyes. Can I just put it here? Okay, screw you. Okay, so we'll download this and we'll see if saving the image, if it's a, I don't know if OBS can open this type of image. But we'll find out. Of course they can't. All right. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Here's what we're going to do. We're just going to do this. We're going to capture a window. Browse? No, not browser. Window capture. Thank you for your patience, everybody. That's unfortunate. Is it this one? It's a little smaller. If you can see, kind of, I don't know if you can see my mouse. Probably can't see my mouse. Maybe if I, you see my mouse? No, you can't see my mouse. The bat on the top is like the new thing though. So it's like torpedo bat sounds like a split. So it's regular bats are like the bottom ones, but basically they took material from the end of the bat is my understanding and put it like they determined scientifically where they statistically hit the ball more on the bat, and so they took material from the end of the bat, making it shorter, and made the spot that, like the sweet spot of the bat, thicker. And I don't know how I feel about that. It's apparently legal. I have been told it is in fact legal. It seems not legal to me, but they did start the season with back-to-back home runs then because of them. But I haven't looked too much further into it. I just have, you know, like anybody who's not from New York, a what's it called? Personal issue with the Yankees. So how's it going, Spark? How you doing? Let's see. What are we? Torpedo. Is it legal? Is it legal? Heck yeah. We're here for the summer. And honestly, staying here for the winter too. That legal? Let me see. I haven't actually seen any like reporting on that. They remain legal so long as they follow MLB Rule 302, according to CNN, which states the bat shall be a smooth round stick, not more than 2.61 inches in diameter at the thickest part, and not more than 42 inches in length. The bat shall be one piece of solid wood. Let's go. What year do you think that rule was written in? It's so cold today. I know, right? I can't complain too much because I went outside. Well, I went outside for my interview and I wore a sweater for it today over the top the what's it called 1890 probably 100%. But like by the time I got out of the interview, it did get up to almost 60 here, and the sweater was a little too much. But I'm hoping that I can have another. I'm hoping that I can have warmth back again without having to have more tornadoes. Because apparently, even though I was saying on stream the other day that, well, okay, I need to take a step back. So you know how Midas and I were talking about Sunday, how there was a storm going through and we were like waiting to figure out, you know, if that would be a problem or not? Well, funny story. We finished streaming and all three of us were hanging out and I was mid-sentence and that storm took me and Midas out at the same time. And I can only just imagine Izzy sitting there in silence after both of us got knocked out of the call. But yeah, it took my power out for a couple times. But oh yeah, because we had the tornado warning start while we were midstream, didn't we? Because he had to step away. But yeah, I guess it hit. I guess an EF0 hit not far away from me, like I don't know, 15 miles to the west, 16 or 20 miles to the west, something like that. It would be really hard for it to hit me specifically because I live in the middle of the city, but it has happened here before, so I shouldn't bait it too much. But I guess south of me got hammered. I saw a lot of like pictures of destruction and stuff like that, and I guess they had an EF3 somewhere down there, and I don't know. I mean, you get out of the city here and like most of America, there ain't a lot once you get out of the city and the suburbs. So it's like prime tornado country out there. But yeah, supposedly where I live can get tornadoes, but it's been a long time since one happened. I kind of had the same thing. So like where I grew up has had them before. Like my parents always tell a story of like the, I guess, is it a suburb? Was it a suburb? Wherever they moved to, like right after they got married and had their first jobs up there, like the week that they moved, it got hit by an EF5 and like completely wiped out the downtown. So like they don't remember the downtown because it had to be rebuilt. Where I used to live only had sandstorms and occasionally earthquakes. Oh, love a good earthquake. Hurricanes happen nearly yearly near my state coast. I just get the nice rain from that. My state don't, well, it does have coast, but it's not ocean coast. But yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. I haven't actually looked. Do I have warm coming? Hopefully. Well, it's going to get down to almost freezing again tonight. Love to see that. Daily, oh, look at that. It's going to be 77 tomorrow, but it's also got lightning and rain as the emblem. So, SMH. Although it looks like it's, yeah, actually looks like it's going to be 70s the rest of the week. 70s to 80s here. A lot of thunderstorms. Wednesday and Saturday. And then Thursday and Friday's rain. Snow, please. No, you keep that snow out by you. How's it going, Nat? I want some of that cold I'm cooking here. Just gotta move north. It's like 70 tomorrow and then back down to 40 the next day. Oh, man. Yeah, it looks like 77 tomorrow and then down to the high 50s, 60s. The high is 70, but it looks like it's going to be the majority of it's going to be in the low 60s, mid to low 60s. So who knows? Not me. I'm ready for not paying heat bills, though. I will say that. And also, if heat bills are going to get really expensive, I'm ready to move. So doing good. Figured I'd come by and say hello. Welcome to the beach house. Kick your feet up. It's nice here. Feel that cool breeze. The ocean. What was I ranting about that I My last one, oh my god. So I live in a single bedroom. It's pretty small, but it is but that means I have a patio and it's not super well insulated. So like, you know, half of my apartment is an open door to the cold. And every year, like, I get high energy bills because everything is electric here. So like my electric bills will go from being like $80 in like the summer to like I've had them as high as like $300-400 on like especially it was 2 winters ago. We had like the huge polar vortex or whatever they were talking about, and it got like super cold like right around Christmas, which I remember specifically because a bunch of birds died in the vestibule of my apartment complex, like because it's outdoors, so they're allowed to be in there, but they like took shelter from the wind and cold in there, and I found a bunch of dead ones. But I think I had a $700 one last month. I'm like, okay, I can't pay double rent, y'all. Like we're getting close to double rent. We were looking at NFL rules. That was what I was looking at. What else we got? Touchbacks moving out to the 35 yard. Now touchbacks were at the 30 line. I thought they were at the 25. Hope it will discourage the kicking team from simply booting the ball out of the end zone. Okay, so here we go. So what you're telling me is we changed the touchback rules because we wanted less returns, because that's the most dangerous play in football. And now you're telling me we're having too many touchbacks, so we want to make the touchback more punishing. SMH, I believe. I pay the gas bill, my partner pays electric, so we swap the expenses depending on the temperature. Ooh. Prayers for you on the gas bill, because I hear, you know, I don't know. I've heard rumors that a lot of states get their gas from Canada, and that could get interesting soon. Any changes for targeting? Well, they don't have targeting in the NFL. They have the what's it called? Okay, replay assist can now help with even more penalties. I'm down for that. If I have to, I always go by Rich Eisen, the radio host. Always like talks about back when they put instant replay in and how like they told what's it called? They told when the NFL was like considering putting replay in back in like, I don't know, the 2000s, 90s, something like that. Like what they told them was like people's TVs are getting better. So like if someone at home can see you blew that call, like have instant replay, because there's no reason for someone at home to be able to see better. And I feel like that's kind of like some of these nonsense penalties. So 5 new penalties can now be overturned by the booth: hitting a defenseless player, face mask, horse collar tackle, tripping, and roughing/running into the kicker. One notable aspect of this proposal is that replay assist will not call penalties that weren't flagged on the field. Son of a... So like I don't know. I kind of have like a whole thing, because I know that like there's a lot of people who don't think like you should throw flags, call penalties, stuff like that in the you know, the end of a game, because they're like, they don't want it to feel like it was decided by the refs. But I feel like if I see the most egregious nonsense ever and it doesn't get called, like who remembers a couple years ago, what year was that? It was the year, I think it was the year that the Rams and the Bengals played in the Super Bowl, where the Rams had like the most egregious pass interference at the very end of the game against the Saints in the what's it called? The NFC Championship. And it, like there's like was like the most perfect camera angle of the receiver and the ball's coming towards the camera, spinning, and you just see the defender come in and absolutely kill the receiver before the ball was there. Shaking my head. And so like I see that and I'm like, the refs decided the game there by not calling that. Like that's not even like the refs decided the game by calling it. That's, you know, whatever. Still waiting for a penalty to be officially called, giving him the business. Hey man, that's the taunting rule right there. Got to get it to land on the 1 yard line. I mean, we can only hope. Got to perfect that, hit the 1 yard line and bounce to the side out of bounds. I wonder, I actually wonder, because is this touchback rule just on kickoffs, or does that apply to punts too? Does it say? Move, kick the team. On a kickoff, getting the ball, 35, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't specify, so maybe it's just touchbacks in general, which would mean punts as well. Flexing, blah, blah, blah. Right, flexing rules for Thursday night games to undergo slight change for the past 2 years. Okay, that's stupid. That's just the NFL changing who plays. They modified the uniform policy. Oh. More times a year that they can wear their old uniforms, apparently. First downs will be measured electronically. I saw that one earlier. They better keep those chain gang guys out there. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Spark. I'll see you on, hopefully this weekend. If we can thread the needle between my too many streams. Proposal to change playoff format gets tabled. Oh, that was one that I thought that they were going to change, actually. There was a lot of talk about this proposal because it was to change the because like currently the division winners all get a bye. Hey, Oilers uniforms are technically throwbacks for the Titans, so just saying. Although I do wonder, do you think the uniforms follow the teams? Because that's like something that I've always wondered, you know, since they've had so many teams change cities. Because the Oilers used to be, what? Is that? I'm really fuzzy on NFL teams that have moved. Was Houston? Were the Oilers old Houston? And then they moved to Tennessee, and then Tennessee became the Titans? Or am I thinking the other way around and Tennessee moved to like Houston and then got changed to the Texans? Retired jerseys. Oilers was Houston. Okay, because I know it for a time. I think it's the same franchise that was Tennessee. So I think Houston moved to Tennessee and then changed to the Titans. But you know, it makes my head hurt because I know that like because some of them are really old moves, because it wasn't like the Arizona Cardinals or somewhere else I think before. Ugh, I don't know. I know Baltimore used to be Cleveland. I also know was it the Rams? Because the Rams used to be St. Louis, but I want to say they used to be Baltimore before, like in the way back, right? I don't know. See, a lot of these happened before I was alive, so I don't remember. I don't know. Anyways, I'll be curious to see how that works. Like, I'll be curious to see if, you know, they can only wear uniforms from their city, or if like the franchise can work. Anything else? That's it for changes. So that's not too bad so far. What could possibly go wrong? I don't see anything else. Knock things down on my desk. I might end stream. Try and concern my voice a little. Anybody who's available tomorrow morning, I'll be streaming at 11 a.m. with Red. We'll be playing some Monster Hunter. Gonna be doing a lot of Gore Magala, I think, because I think he wants to get the Eclipse title. But I'll be around. Got 2 tomorrow. Got that, and if I was gonna say, if you're not there in the morning, got the Bloodlock in the end, in the evening. You want to watch a Nuzlocke full of pain? Although we got those legendaries, so you know. How's it going? I never asked when we played the other day if you preferred to be called Callie or Callistra. I know that Red was calling you Callistra, so I followed his lead, but I should have asked. Do you have a preference? I'm putting you on the spot in chat. Good with either? Okay, sounds good. I'll have to dig deep and decide which I think sounds better with me saying it. Let's see. I feel like there was something else I was gonna talk to. Whatever speaks to you in the moment. It'll depend on how dead I'm about to be in Repo and how much I need you to save me. Or in Monster Hunter. Any other rants I had? I feel like I had a lot of rants. I had a lot of sports rants today. Too much going on. I have to release the sports too when I can, since I can't, I try to avoid doxing myself by talking about specific teams. But who knows? I think I'm going to call it a day. I'll be here tomorrow. Final Four. I am going to be 100% with you. I haven't watched a single play of March Madness. Part of that's just because I'm not really a basketball guy. Usually football and baseball. And then like what I call my dead period, which is after the Super Bowl before baseball started. But I bet you're a Patriots fan or a Packers. Haha, you would be incorrect. My hint is that I only know sadness. Which still covers me because that's, 5 to 10 teams. You can't see past the sunglasses, but if I was a Patriots fan or a Packers fan, you'd still see light in my eyes, and there is no light in my eyes. I'll root for the Cowboys. I'm not that sad. I'm not that sad. But yeah. There is no light in my eyes from any, well, that's not true. I was going to say from any of my major sports, but I get my survival, my energy from college football. But yeah, especially this year, because I got laid off right as March Madness was starting. I deactivated my TV thing because I use Hulu TV, so I haven't gotten to watch any of it. I've heard it was good, although I will say I don't know if it's actually good because I know there's like several SEC teams in it, and I hear, SEC fans are, I have opinions about SEC fans. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I'm actually wrapping up here soon. Looking forward to hunting Friday. Yeah. I'm gonna go watch baseball actually, because I've got about, a little bit of time before my game starts. But I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. here to hunt some monsters. I need to make a thumbnail still. And then if I don't see you tomorrow, since some of you will be working, I will see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, for the Bloodlock with Izzy. If you want to see Pain. How long do you think until we lose our legendaries? But I know. I'm confident. I'm going in confident this time. But anything can happen. So we'll see. You guys have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting with me. Enjoy the beach while you're here. But don't stay out in the dark, because I hear it's not safe out at night. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. So have a good night. I'm going to go find some food. Bye.